This is for my friends, Tammy. I got your seeds. This is the Book of Gates. Enjoy.
Original title: The Short Form of the Book of Anpu and the Book of Gates. The Book of Gates is an ancient Egyptian cosmological treatise describing the architecture and inhabitants of the Tuat, the underworld which the boat of the sun god, Ra, traverses during the night hours. This is the second.
You will continue to play my shit. You understand?
This is the second volume of the three-volume Budge series which deals with the books of the underworld, the Egyptian heaven and hell. It also includes a short summary of the Book of Anpu, the longer version of which comprises the first volume. Title page note. Contents. The short form of the Book of Anpu. The first hour, the second hour, the third hour, the fourth hour, the fifth hour, the sixth hour, the seventh hour, the eighth hour, the ninth hour, the 10th hour, the 11th hour, the 12th hour. The Book of Gates. Chapter 1: The Alabaster Sarcophagus of Seti I. Chapter 2: The Ante-Chamber of the Tuat. Chapter 3: The Gate of Sarset, the second division of the Tuat. Chapter 4: The Gate of Akebi, the third division of the Tuat. Chapter 5: The Gate of Chedbi, the fourth division of the Tuat. Chapter 6: The Gate of
We know what it is.
The Gate of Tika HR.
Look, quit giving me bullshit. I don't need you fucking up my shit.
The first hour. This god entereth into the earth through the hall of the horizon of Amentet. There are 128 ERU to journey over in this hall before a man arriveth at the gods of the Tuat. The name of the first field of the Tuat is Ned Ra. He, i.e., Ra, alloteth fields to the gods who are in his following, and he beginneth to send forth words to and to work out the plans of the divine beings of the Tuat in respect of this field. Who shall have these made, i.e., copied. P. 2. According to the similitude which is in a ment of the Tuat, and whosoever shall have knowledge of these similitudes, which are the copies of this great God himself, they shall act as magical protectors for him upon earth regularly and unfailingly, and they shall act as magical protectors for him in the great Tuat. Ushemet Hatu Kefti Ra is the name of the first hour of the night which guides this great God through this hall. Next, the second hour. Sacred Texts Egypt index previous next. P. 4. The second hour. This great God afterwards taketh up his position in your nest, which is 309 ARU in length, and 120 ARU in width. The name of the gods who are in this field is Baiu Tuati. Whosoever knoweth the names shall have his existence with them, and unto him shall this great God allot fields in the place wherein they are in the field of Urnes. He shall stand up with the gods who stand up, Ahau, he shall travel on in the following. P. 5. Of this great God, he shall enter into the earth, he shall force a way through the Tuat, he shall cleave a passage through the tresses of the gods with flowing hair, Henksu, he shall travel on by the eater of the ass, Amr, after the emptying of the lands, he shall eat bread cakes in the boat of the earth, and there shall be given unto him the forepart of Tatuba. Whosoever shall have made in writing, or, in drawing, similitudes of the Baiu Tuati, i.e., the souls of the Tuat in the forms in which they are in a ment of the Tuat. Now the beginning of such representations should be from Amentet, and whosoever shall make offerings unto them upon earth in the names, these things I say, shall act as magical protectors to that person upon earth, regularly and unfailingly. And whosoever shall know the words which the gods of the Tuat speak to this god, and the words which are said by him to them when he is approaching the gods of the Tuat, these words, I say, shall act as magical protectors to him that knoweth them upon earth, regularly and unfailingly. Shet Maked Nebes is the name of the hour of the night which guides this great god through this field. Next, the third hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 8. The third hour. This great god afterwards taketh up his position in the fields of the Peru gods, i.e., the fighters, and p. 9. This great god paddleth his way over the stream of Osiris, Netasar, in sailing up this field, which is 380 RU long, and 120 RU wide. This great god uttereth words to those who are in the following of Osiris to this city, and he allateth unto them estates which are situated in this field. Baiu Shateu, i.e., hidden souls, is the name of the gods who are in this field, and whosoever knoweth the names upon earth shall be able to approach to the place where Osiris is, and there shall be given unto him water for his field. Nednebue Keper Awatu is the name of this field. Whosoever shall know these hidden similitudes of the hidden souls in the correct forms wherein they are depicted in Ament of the Tuat, now the beginning of such representations should be from Amentet, these figures, I say, shall act as magical protectors to that man upon earth, and, in Netakert, regularly and unfailingly. Whosoever knoweth these, when he is making his journey past them shall escape from their roarings, and he shall not fall down into their furnaces, or pits. Whosoever knoweth this, when he is keeping ward over his seat, or place, his bread cake shall be with Ra, and whosoever knoweth this, being soul and spirit, shall have the mastery over his legs, and shall never enter into the place of destruction, but he shall. p. 10. Come forth with his attributes, or forms, and shall snuff the air for his hour. Thentent Beu is the name of the hour of the night which guides this great god through this field. Next, the fourth hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 13. The fourth hour. The majesty of this great god, having been towed along, afterwards taketh up his position in the secret circle of Amentet, and he performeth the affairs of the gods of the Tuat who are therein by means of his voice, but he seeth them not. Ankheperu is the name of the gate of this circle. Amensetau is the name of this circle. Whosoever knoweth this representation of the hidden roads of restated, and the holy paths of the Ammehet, and the secret doors which are in the land of Seker, the god who is upon his sand, shall be in the condition of him that eateth the bread cakes which are made for the mouth of the living gods in the temple of Tem. Whosoever knoweth this shall be in the condition of him that is marked on the ways, and he shall journey. p. 14. Over the roads of Resetau, and he shall see the representations of the Ammehet. Urtm Sekemuset is the name of the hour of the night which guides this great god. Next, the fifth hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 16. The fifth hour. This great god is towed along over the ways of Mart of the Tuat through the upper half of this secret circle of the god Seker, who is upon his sand, and he neither looketh upon nor gazeth at the secret figure of the earth which containeth the flesh of this god. The gods who are in the train of this god hear the words of Ra, who crieth unto them from where this god is. Aha Neteru is the name of the door of this city. Ament is the name of the circle of this god, and in it are the secret path of Amentet, and the doors of the hidden palace, and the holy place of the land of Seker with his flesh, and his members, and his body, in the divine form which they had at first. Baiu Amu Tuat is the name of the gods who are in this circle. Their forms are Ru, who are in their hour. P. 17. And their secret shapes Keperu neither know, nor look upon, nor see this image or similitude of Seker, or the hawk himself. Whosoever shall make these representations according to the image which is in writing in the hidden places of the Tuat, at the south of the hidden palace, and whosoever shall know them shall be at peace, and his soul shall unite itself to the offerings of Seker, and the goddess Khemit shall not hack his body in pieces, and he shall go on his way towards her in peace. Whosoever shall make offerings to these gods upon earth, these offerings, I say, shall act as magical protectors to that man upon earth, and in any Terkhet, regularly and unfailingly. Semher Abuas is the name of the hour of the night which guides this great god through this field. Next, the 6th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. P. 20. The 6th hour. The majesty of this great god taketh up his position in the stream of Nebt Mutuatu, i.e., the Lord of the waters of the gods of the Tuat, and he sendeth forth words to the gods who are therein, and he commandeth that they have the mastery over the divine offerings in this city. He maketh his way through this field, being provided with his boat, and he setteth apart by his words the estates which are to produce their offerings in this city, and he giveth to them water for their lakes, and he travelleth through the Tuat every day. Sept Metu is the name of the door of this city. P. 21. The secret roads of Amentet, and the manner wherein this great god is being rowed along over the water therein in his boat to perform the plans, or affairs, of the gods of the Tuat, the gathering together of them by the names, the manifestations of their shapes or forms, and the secret hours, such are the things of which the secret representation of the Tuat is not known to men and women. Whosoever shall make a copy of this image in writing, according to the representation of the same which is in the hidden things of the Tuat, at the south of the hidden palace, and whosoever shall know them shall be in the condition of one who awardeth offerings in abundance in the Tuat, and he shall be united to the offerings of the gods who are in the following of Osiris, and his parents or kinsfolk shall make the offerings which are obligatory on the earth. The majesty of this great god sendeth forth words, and he giveth divine offerings to the gods of the Tuat, and he standeth up by them, and they see him, and they have dominion over their fields and over the gifts made to them, and they effect their transformations by reason of the words which this great god hath spoken unto them. Metchet northeastbound Tuatiu is the name of this field, which is the road of the boat of Ra. Mesperet Mart is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great god through this country. Next, the 7th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. P. 25. The 7th hour. The majesty of this great god taketh up his position in the secret place of Osiris, and the majesty of this great god sendeth forth words into this to the gods who dwell therein. This god maketh to himself other forms for this hidden place in order to drive out of his path the serpent fiend Apep by means of the words of power of Isis, and the words of power of Semsu. Ruti Asar is the name of the gate of this city through which this god passeth. Tephet Sheta is the name of this city. P. 26. This great god maketh his way over the road of Ament in the holy boat, and he passeth in it over this road which is without water, without being towed along. He maketh his way by means of the words of power of Isis, and by means of the words of power of SEMSU, and the utterances of this great God himself, act as magical protectors, and perform the sorters of a pep in the tuit, in this circle, in his windings in the sky. Whosoever shall make a copy of these pictures, according to the similitudes which are in writing at the northern side of the hidden palace in the tuit, they shall act as magical protectors for him. Whosoever shall make a copy of these pictures, according to the similitudes which are in writing at the northern side of the hidden palace in the tuit, they shall act as magical protectors for him that maketh them in heaven and in earth. And whosoever knoweth them shall be a soul of souls with Ra. And whosoever shall make, i.e., recite the words of power of Isis and the words of power of SEMSU, shall make to be driven back the Apep of Ra in Amentet. Whosoever shall do this in the hidden palace of the tuit, and whosoever shall do this upon earth, the result is the same.
The same.
Whosoever knoweth this shall be in the boat of Ra, both in heaven and upon earth, but he that hath no knowledge of this representation shall not know how to drive back Neha Hra, i.e., stinking face.
Stinking face.
Now the ridge of earth of Neha Hra in the tuit is 450 cubits in length, and he filleth it with the undulations of his body. The regions which belong to him are made, i.e., kept for him, and the great God doth not make his way over him when he p. 27 maketh him to turn aside out of the way for him, from the secret place of Osiris, when this God maketh his way through this city in the form of the serpent Mehen. Whosoever shall know this upon earth, the serpent Neha Hra shall not drink his water, and the soul of him that knoweth it shall not be evilly entreated by the gods who are in this circle, and whosoever knoweth it the crocodile Abishau shall not devour his soul. Khesef Hisig Neha Hra is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great God through this circle. Next, the 8th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 30. The 8th hour. When the majesty of this great God hath taken up his position in the secret circles of those who are in their sand, he sendeth forth words to them from out of his boat, and the gods tow along him that is in the holy embrace of the serpent Mehen. Aha and Ert is the name of the gate of this city. Tebat Neteruset is the name of this city. As for the secret circle of Amentet, this great God maketh his way over it in his boat, by means of the towing of the gods who are in the tuit. Whosoever shall make a copy of these things according to the similitude which is in writing on the north wall of the hidden palace in the tuit, and whosoever shall know them by the names, shall be in the condition of one who is fully provided with swathings on the earth, and he shall never be repulsed at the secret gates, and he shall have abundant offerings in the great funeral hall regularly and unfailingly for millions of years. Nebetusha is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great God. Next, the 9th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 32. The 9th hour. When the majesty of this great God hath taken up his position in this circle, he sendeth forth words from his boat to the gods who dwell therein, and the sailors join the boat of this great God in this city. Saakeb is the name of the gate of this city through which this great God passeth to take up his position on the stream which is in this city. Besaru is the name of this city, which is the secret circle of Amentet, wherein take up the positions in the tuit this great God and his sailors. Whosoever maketh a copy of these things in the names according to the similitudes which are in writing on the east wall of the hidden palace of the tuit, and whosoever knoweth the names upon earth, and knoweth their habitations in Amentet, shall rest in his habitation in the tuit, and he shall stand up among the lords of the provisions of the gods, and his voice shall be marked before the Chacha beings on the day of the reckoning of Pharaoh, literally, the thrice great house. And these things shall act as magical protectors to him that knoweth them upon earth. Machnebes is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great God in this circle. Next, the 10th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 34. The 10th hour. The majesty of this great God taketh up his position in this circle, and he sendeth forth words to the gods who are in it. Keperu Mizaru is the name of the gate of this city through which this great God passeth. Metchqa Utabu is the name of this city. This is the secret circle of Amentet where to Khepera joineth himself before Ra, and the gods, and the spirits, and the dead cry out from it over the secret representations, or images, of Akert. Whosoever shall make a copy of these representations according to the figures which are depicted on the east wall of Ament, and whosoever knoweth them by the names shall journey round about in the Tuat, and shall travel through it, and he shall not be driven back, and he shall flourish with Ra. Tentanat Hest Karkabu is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great God through the secret ways of this city. Next, the 11th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 36. The 11th hour. The majesty of this great God taketh up his position in this circle, and he sendeth forth words unto the gods who are therein. Sekhen Tuatiu is the name of the gate of this city through which this great God passeth. Ren Keret Aptkat is the name of this city. This is the secret circle of the Tuat into which this great God passeth on his way, and he cometh forth at the eastern mountain of the sky, the eater of eternity. The form thereof is in the presence of the serpent Pedra, which dwelleth in this city, and they, i.e., the gods, place themselves in the train of Ra when the birth of Khepera upon earth is about to take place. Whosoever shall make a copy of these representations according to the figures which are depicted on the east wall of the palace of Ament in the hidden places of the Tuat, and whosoever knoweth them shall be in the position of him that divideth his offering, and of him who is a spirit who is suitably equipped to travel both in heaven and upon earth, regularly and unceasingly. Sebet Nebu Aakazef Sebu Mpertef is the name of the hour of the night which guideth this great God in this circle. Next, the 12th hour. Sacred texts Egypt index previous next. p. 38. The 12th hour. The majesty of this great God taketh up his position in this circle at the limits of the thick darkness, and this great God is born under the form of Khepera in this circle. The gods Nu and Ammui, and He and He Ut, are in this circle at the birth of this great God, when he maketh his appearance from the Tuat, and taketh up his place in the Metet boat, and riseth from between the thighs of the goddess Nut. Thene and Neteru is the name of the gate of this city. Khepera Kekui Mesti is the name of this city. This is the secret circle of the Tuat, wherein this great God is born, when he maketh his appearance in Nu, and taketh up his place in the body of Nut. Whosoever shall make a copy of these representations according to the figures which are depicted on the east wall of the palace of Ament of the Tuat, they shall be magical protectors to him that knoweth them upon earth, both in heaven and on earth. At this point the light beginneth to come, and it is the end of the thick darkness which Ra travelleth through in Amentet, and of the secret matters which this great God performed therein. He who hath no knowledge of the whole, or part, of the secret. p. 39. Representations of the Tuat, shall be condemned to destruction.
Destruction.
Whosoever shall make a copy of these representations according to this copy of what is in the ament of the tuit, which cannot be looked at or seen, and whosoever shall know these secret images shall be in the condition of the spirit who is equipped for journeying, and shall come forth from, and shall descend into the tuit, and shall hold converse with the men and women who lived there regularly and unfailingly, millions of times. Next, Chapter 1, the Alabaster Sarcophagus of Seti I. Sacred Texts Egypt Index Previous Next. p. 43. The Book of Gates. Chapter I. The Alabaster Sarcophagus of Seti I. The text of the Book of Gates, printed in the following pages, is taken from the Alabaster Sarcophagus of King Seti I, BC 1370, which is preserved in the Museum of Sir John Soane, at 13, Lincoln's Inn Fields.
Give us more.
This sarcophagus is, undoubtedly, one of the chief authorities for the text of that remarkable book, but before any attempt is made to describe the arrangement of the scenes and the inscriptions which accompany them, it will be well to recall the principal facts connected with its discovery by Giovanni Battista Belzoni, who has fortunately placed them on record in his narrative of the operations and recent discoveries within the pyramids, temples, tombs and excavations in Egypt and Nubia, London. 1820, page 233 ff. In October 1815, Belzoni began to excavate in the Biban al-Malik, i.e., the Valley of the Tombs of the Kings, on the western bank of the Nile at Thebes, and in the p. 44. Bed of a watercourse he found a spot where the ground bore traces of having been moved. On the 19th of the month his workmen made a way through the sand and fragments of stone which had been piled up there, and entered the first corridor or passage of a magnificent tomb, which he soon discovered to have been made for one of the great kings of Egypt. A second corridor led him to a square chamber which, being 30 feet deep, formed a serious obstacle in the way of any unauthorized intruder, and served to catch any rainwater which might make its way down the corridors from the entrance. Beyond this chamber are two halls, and from the first of these Belzoni passed through other corridors and rooms until he entered the vaulted chamber in which stood the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus chamber is situated at a distance of 320 feet from the entrance to the first corridor, and is 180 feet below the level of the ground. Belzoni succeeded in bringing the sarcophagus from its chamber into the light of day without injury, and in due course it arrived in England. The negotiations which he opened with the trustees of the British Museum, to whom its purchase was first proposed, fell through, and he subsequently sold it to Sir John Soane, it is said for the sum of £2,000. An examination of the sarcophagus shows that both it and its cover were hollowed out of monolithic blocks of alabaster. p. 45. And it is probable, as Mr. Sharp says, that these were quarried in the mountains near Alabastropolis, i.e., the district which was known to the Egyptians by the name of Hetnub, and is situated near the ruins known in modern times by the name of Tel al-Armana. In the Hetnub quarries large numbers of inscriptions, written chiefly in the hieratic character, have been found, and from the interesting selection from these published by Messrs. Blackton and Fraser, we learn that several kings of the ancient and middle empires carried on works in them, no doubt for the purpose of obtaining alabaster for funeral purposes. The sarcophagus is 9 feet, 4 in long, 3 feet, 8 in wide, in the widest part, and 2 feet, 8 in high at the shoulders, and 2 feet, 3 in at the feet. The cover is 1 foot, 3 in high. The thickness of the alabaster varies from 21 to 4 inches. The skill of the mason who succeeded in hollowing the blocks without breaking, or even cracking them, is marvelous, and the remains of holes nearly 1 inch in diameter suggest that the drill was as useful to him as the chisel and mallet in hollowing out the blocks. When the sarcophagus and its cover were finally shaped and polished, they were handed over to an artisan who was skilled in cutting hieroglyphics and figures of the gods, and in stone, and both the insides and outsides were covered by him. p. 46. With inscriptions and vignettes and mythological sconces which illustrated them. Both inscriptions and scenes were then filled in with a kind of paint made from some preparation of copper, and the vivid bluish-green color of this paint must have formed a striking contrast to the brilliant whiteness of the alabaster when fresh from the quarry. At the present time large numbers of characters and figures are denuded of their color, and those in which it still remains are much discolored by London fog and soot. The first to attempt to describe the contents of the texts and scenes on the sarcophagus of Seti I was the late Samuel Sharp, who, with the late Joseph Bonomi, published The Alabaster Sarcophagus of Oymeneptah I, King of Egypt, London, 1864, 4-2. The former was responsible for the letterpress, and the latter for the plates of scenes and texts. For some reason which it is not easy to understand, Mr. Sharp decided that the hieroglyphic characters which formed the pronomen of the king for whom the sarcophagus was made were to be read Oymeneptah, a result which he obtained by assigning the phonetic value of O to the hieroglyphic sign for Osiris. The pronomen is sometimes written or, and is to be read either Seti Men En Ptah, or Seti Men En Ptah. Mr. Sharp did not, apparently, realize that both the signs and p. 47 were to be read, set, and he gave to the first the phonetic value of A and to the second the value of O. He next identified Ameneptha, or Oymeneptha, with the Amenephath of Manetho, and the Chomiptha of Eratosthenes, saying, hence arises the support to our reading his name, i.e., the king's Oymeneptha. Passing over Mr. Sharp's further remarks, which assert that the sarcophagus was made in the year BC 1175, we must consider briefly the arrangement of the texts and scenes upon the insides and outsides of the sarcophagus and its covers. On the upper outside edge of the sarcophagus runs a single line of hieroglyphics which contains speeches supposed to be made to the deceased by the 4 children of Horus. This line is in 2 sections, each of which begins at the right-hand side of the head, and ends at the left-hand side of the foot. Below this line of hieroglyphics are 5 large scenes, each of which is divided into 3 registers, and these are enclosed between 2 dotted bands which are intended to represent the borders of the valley of the other world. On the inside of the sarcophagus are also 5 scenes, but there is no line of hieroglyphics running along the upper edge. On the bottom of the sarcophagus is a finely cut figure of the goddess Nut, and round and about her a text selected from the Theban recension of the Book of the Dead. On the inside of the cover is a figure of the goddess Nut, with arms outstretched. On the outside of the p. 48 cover, in addition to the texts which record the names and titles of the deceased, are inscribed 2 large scenes, each of which is divided into 3 registers, like those inside and outside the sarcophagus. The line of text on the upper outside edge reads p. 50 I, speech of Mestha, I am Mester, I am by, son, O Osiris, king, lord of the 2 lands, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, son of the sun, Seti Mer En Ptah, whose word is Mart, and I have come so that I may be among those who protect thee. I make to flourish thy house, which shall be doubly established, by the command of Ptah, by the command of Ra himself. Speech of Anpu, I am Anpu, who dwelleth in, or, with the funeral chest. He saith, Mother Isis descendeth. Bandages for me, Osiris, King Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, son of the sun, Seti Mer En Ptah, whose word is Mart, from him that worketh against me. Speech of Tuamatef, I am Tuamatef, I am thy son Horus, I love thee, and I have come to avenge thee, Osiris, upon him that would work his wickedness. P. 51. Upon thee, and I will set him under thy feet forever, Osiris, King, Lord of the two lands, Menmad Ra, son of the sun, proceeding from his body, loving him, Lord of crowns, or risings, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart, before the great God. To be said, Ra liveth, the tortoise dieth. Strong
Ra
are the
liveth,
members of Osiris,
dieth.
King Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, for Qevenuth guardeth them. Ra liveth, the tortoise dieth. In a sound state is he who is in the sarcophagus, in a sound state is he who is in the sarcophagus, that is to say, the son of the sun, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart. Speech of Nut, Nut, the great one of Seb, Seth, O Osiris, King, Lord of the two lands, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, who loveth me, I give unto thee purity on the earth, and splendor, or glory, in the heavens, and I give unto thee thy head forever. 2. Speech of Nut, who is over the Hennu boat, this is my son, Osiris, King, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart. His father Shu loveth him, and his mother Nut loveth him, Osiris, son of Ra, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart. Speech of Happy, I am happy.
I am happy too.
I have come that I might be among those who protect thee. I bind together for thee thy head, and thy members, smiting down for thee thine enemies beneath thee, and I give. P. 52. Thee, thy head, O Osiris, King, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, son of Ra, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart. Speech of Anpu, the governor of the divine house, I am Anpu, the governor of the divine house. O Osiris, King, Lord of the two lands, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, son of the sun, proceeding from his body, the Lord of crowns, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart, the Shenu beings go round about thee, and thy members remain uninjured, O Osiris, King, Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart forever. Speech of Qebhsenuf, I am thy son, I have come that I might be among those who protect thee. I gather together for thee thy bones, and I piece together for thee thy limbs. I bring unto thee thy heart, and I set it upon its seat in thy body. I make to flourish, or germinate, for thee thy house after thee, O thou who livest forever. To be said, Ra liveth, the tortoise dieth. Let enter the bones of Osiris, King Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of the sun, Setimer en Ptah, whose word is Mart, let them enter into their foundations. Pure is the dead body which is in the earth. P. 53. And pure are the bones of Osiris, King Menmad Ra, whose word is Mart, like Ra, forever. On the bottom of the sarcophagus is a large, full-length figure of the goddess Nut, who is depicted in the form of a woman with her arms ready to embrace the body of the king. Her face and the lower parts of the body below the waist are in profile, but she has a front chest, front shoulders, and a front eye. Her feet are represented as if each was a right foot, and each only shows the great toe. One breast is only shown. The hair of the goddess is long and falls over her back and shoulders. It is held in position over her forehead by a bandlet. She wears a deep collar or necklace, and a closely fitting feather-work tunic which extends from her breast to her ankles. The latter is supported by two shoulder straps, each of which is fastened with a buckle on the shoulder. She has anklets on her legs, and bracelets on her wrists, and armlets on her arms. The inscriptions which are cut above the head, and at both sides, and under the feet of the goddess contain addresses to the king by the great gods of the sky, and extracts from the Book of the Dead. They read. P. 55. Inscription on the bottom of the sarcophagus of Seti I. I. The words of Osiris the king, the lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of Ra, i.e.,
Mart is
the
true.
son, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart, who saith, O thou goddess Nut, support through me, for I am thy son. Destroy thou my defects of immobility, together with those who produce them. 2. The goddess Nut, who dwelleth in Hennu, saith, This is my son Osiris, the king, the lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of Ra, proceeding from his body, who loveth him, the lord of crowns, Osiris, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah. 3. The god Seb saith, This is my son Men-Mart Ra, who loveth me. I have given unto him purity upon earth, and glory in heaven, him the Osiris, king, the lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of Ra, the lover of Nut, that is to say, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart, before the lords of the Tuat. IV. Words which are to be said, O Osiris, king, lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of Ra, proceeding from his body, that is to say, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart. Thy mother Nut putteth forth her 2 hands and arms over thee, Osiris, king, lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, son of Ra. P. 57. Whom he loveth, lord of diadems, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart. Thy mother Nut hath added the magical powers which are thine, and thou art in her arms, and thou shalt never die. Lifted up and driven away are the calamities which were to thee, and they shall never more come to thee, and shall never draw nigh unto thee, Osiris, king, the lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart. Horus hath taken up his stand behind thee, Osiris, son of Ra, lord of diadems, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart, for thy mother Nut hath come unto thee, she hath purified, or washed thee, she hath united herself to thee, she hath supplied thee as a god, and thou art alive and stablished among the gods. Thee the great goddess Nut saith, I have endowed him with a soul, I have endowed him with a spirit, and I have given him power in the body of his mother Tefnut, I who was never brought forth. I have come, and I have united myself to Osiris, the king, the lord of the two lands, Men-Mart Ra, whose word is Mart, the son of Ra, the lord of diadems, Seti-Mer-En-Ptah, whose word is Mart, with life, stability, and power. He shall not die. I am Nut of the mighty heart, and I took up my being in the body of my mother Tefnut in my name of Nut, over my mother none hath. P. 59.
It's pretty ballsy.